Meet the new chair of the President's Council of Economic Advisors, same as the old chair of the President's Council of Economic Advisors. I'm Steve Green. This is Trifecta, and to help introduce you to the man with the President's ear on economic growth and job creation are Scott Ott and Bill Whittle. All right, gentlemen, I've got a clip for you. It's President Obama on Monday introducing Alan Krueger to the world.
As I told him, it's going to be tough to fill the shoes of Austin Goolsbee, who's been a great friend and advisor who I've relied on for years, but I have nothing but confidence in Alan as he takes on this important role as one of the leaders of my economic team.
All right, Scott, as the president just said, Krueger replaces Austin Goolsbee, who replaced Christina Romer. That's 3 chief economic advisors in less than 3 years. Are you feeling reassured?
Yes. Well, I couldn't help but think it's at least if he's got to fill those shoes, the shoes aren't all dirty or anything. They've only been worn for a very short period of time. And how tough can it be to follow a guy whose policies and advice have managed to generate this high unemployment, uncertainty in the stock market, the loss of our great credit rating? I mean, is that really a tough job? He's got nowhere to go but up.
Well, don't say that. Please don't say that. You're going to jinx it. Jeez. All right, Bill, here's Romer in a nutshell. William and Mary, then MIT, then Princeton, then Berkeley. Goolsbee was Milton Academy, then Yale, then MIT, and Krueger was Cornell, then Harvard. Is there a factory somewhere that stamps out these people by the thousands?
Yes, and it's called the American Institute for the Unqualified in Economics. What do you say to this? What do you say to this? The professor president who has destroyed the largest wealth creation engine in history, who's created a situation and conditions where businesses are fleeing the country, can't open factories, can't do anything, has now hired for the 3rd time another idiot who's never held a job in his life, who's never worked a business in his life, never had to make a payroll in his life, never staffed a company in his life, never had to worry about whether he's going to make ends meet at the end of the month in his life. Another giant idiot whose entire resume consists of distributing government money. What a remarkably breakthrough appointment this is going to be. I predict tremendous changes in the economic downturn that we're experiencing now due to this remarkable application of real-world values.
Wow. All right. You know, Scott, I want to follow up with that on what Bill just said. Don't you think business and maybe consumer confidence would be improved if Obama had tapped a CEO for the job just this one time?
Well, yeah, and frankly, it would send a message that the president actually respects the engine of prosperity in this country, the small businesses that generate the vast majority of jobs and the GDP of this country. If he had actually appointed somebody who had some real-world experience, not just theoretical experience, in generating jobs. And the problem with bringing a guy like this in is he's again going to be trying to work the levers and turn the knobs of this great federal engine to somehow make something happen, instead of realizing that you need to get the heck out of the way, stop burdening small businesses, and let the economy prosper as it naturally does when not inhibited by the government.
Well, it'd be a great message from Obama. It'd be a big fat lie, but a welcome message. That's Scott Ott, host of Freedom's Charter, coming soon to PJTV. All right, Bill, take us on home here. The week before Obama was sworn in, a day that shall live in infamy, he proposed a national sales tax on top of the income tax to take effect in 2 years because by then he expected the economy to be booming. That, right there, shouldn't that have disqualified him from this job?
Oh, good God, Steve. How long a list do you need of items to disqualify this man for his job? I mean, this thing gets lost in the middle of it's like the tugboat that docks the Titanic, for God's sakes, man. Look, he is paying the price for not knowing a damn thing about how money is generated, how wealth is generated, I should say, because money and wealth are the same thing. He's paying for it in his polls. He's going to continue to plummet. This big job plan of his is either going to be another bureau or another stimulus or something. Scotty had it exactly right. You do not create prosperity by playing with the levers of government. You create prosperity by destroying those levers, melting them down into pig iron, and using them for some useful purpose out in the real world.
Like to see that. That's Bill Whittle, creator of Afterburner and co-founder of Declaration Entertainment. You know, folks, believe it or not, if you go through vodkapundit.com, I have a better track record on Obamanomics than Alan Krueger does. That's right. A guy who works in his basement in his pajamas in the hills half an hour south of Denver has done a better job of predicting the effects of the president's economic plans than any of the 3 Ivy Leaguers who have chaired the president's Council of Economic Advisors. So for Bill Whittle, Scott Ott, and everyone here at PJTV, I'm Steve Green.